Sunday night baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight, the Texas League wraps up the three-game set between the Corpus Christi Hooks and the San Antonio Missions. Live baseball coming up right after this. Matt Waldron, a right-hander out of the Missions bullpen, will get the starting assignment here tonight. 6'3", 185 pounds, and age 25. Will get the call. Leading off for Corpus Christi, the leadoff hitter, Luis Santana. Second baseman coming up. We are about ready to go. Let's play ball. And here is the first pitch by Matt Waldron. And we are underway as that one will line foul. And for strike one here at 7:05 here this evening.
7 o'clock.
Gotta say, hope everybody is doing good. Let's go ahead and give your teams here tonight. Wichita at Tulsa. Frisco at Arkansas. Amarillo at Midland. Springfield at Northwest Arkansas, and Corpus Christi at San Antonio. Inside for strike two, and the count now 0-2. Next homestand is the 6-game set with Wichita. And so far, get your tickets now as ready to go as we come back from our road trip against Midland. Even though we will not broadcast those 6 games, we'll be back to do our 6 with the Wind Surge. That one goes down to second, and it'll get passed down to Rodriguez for the out. And let's go ahead and give a quick stop. We'll have the starting lineups right here. And so far, Bob, good evening. Good evening, Jonathan. Yes, these guys are looking for a road victory. Now, if you were asking about what does these guys need to do on the road, apparently they got to keep the momentum down and put the ball in play. In now is Greg Kessinger as he's taken in for strike one. One away and nobody on here in the top of the first inning for the Hooks. Inside strike two, and the count now 0-2. So far, pretty good right there. And yes, Matt Waldron is the guy of strikeouts, and so far, Saturday night, he commanded nearly an entire game full of pitches and strikeouts. That one's going to be pelted high in the air. And they cannot get there. That will land for a base hit. And that's going to be a one-out double, as the tie-breaking run will now get into scoring position. Here's center fielder Tyler Whitaker. Whitaker coming in, and he takes a knuckleball inside for strike one. So far averaging at .316 over a .919 opposition. He's had 3 home runs and 15 RBIs. And that's going to be right there to Basabe, right to first to Rodriguez. And that is 2 quick outs. Meanwhile, still holding on the runner as second.
The right fielder, number
and that's going to bring in Matthew Barefoot. Barefoot's coming in. Pitched by Matt. And that one is outside. And the count now 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0. Inside, down at the knees for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1. And that one is high in the air. Up in center is Podorski. And he's got it. And that ends the frame. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the first. The mission's coming to bat right after this. Chad Donato, a right-hander out of the bullpen for Corpus Christi, will get the home half of the first inning on the hill. So far, Bob, what do we know about him? I can see a good potential in this prospect for the Houston Astros organization. And not only that, that potential can really get out of hand if this guy can really get something going. Tailor-made, he could get things going if he puts his mind to it. Not to mention pass baton mentality, and you get things done right there. In now, shortstop Aggie Rosario strides in, and that one taken down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gotta say, it's a beautiful evening for a ball game here tonight, and so far it's turning out just like that, right, Bob? I think it is. It is a nice evening. Sun is going down, and fans coming out to this ball game. It's really good to see these guys come out, enjoy a homestand of 3 before our road trip to Midland. And so far, we are really just going at it. Next homestand, we play the Wichita Wind Surge, all the way from Wichita, Kansas, our next door neighbor in the North Division. Well, kindly, Bob, the next door neighbors is our North Division side. You'll have Tulsa and Arkansas, Springfield and Northwest Arkansas, and then Wichita being just an hour or 2 from Wauketa, Oklahoma. I mean, so far doing pretty good. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's going to be hit to short. Shortstop to first will get him down easily for 2. Well, time now to give the home side starting lineups. So far, Bob, these guys winning last night. What do we expect out of them to wrap up this 3-game set? Well, I could tell you one thing, Jonathan, is that only a team can work together. It's not a one-man team. You really got to put the ball in play if you know what you're doing. Winning as a team, you'll have a better chance at the end of this one to celebrate in that bullpen later. Here's right fielder Joshua Mears as he takes a ball outside. It's 1-0. So far, he bats at .319, and he's doing pretty good in this 2022 season. It's always good to see a prospect like him in the Padres farm system going really well. Yorman Rodriguez now coming on the plate. Shall I say the on-deck circle. And right there for ball 4. And Donato loses him on 4 pitches. Not the best idea that you would literally walk somebody when you only have 2 guys out and you only need 1 more to literally put this one into the books here tonight. Well, Yorman Rodriguez is stepping in as he's got that runner at first. And so far that runner looking in and looked like he could get it going. That's up into center. Center fielder's running it down, and that's the inning. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and a walk with a man left on. 1 inning in the books. We head for 2 coming up with no score. Corpus Christi left fielder Corey Julks coming in as we are about ready to go, and that one's lined and fouled. So in the count now, no balls and 1 strike. Gotta say, a good home crowd as we are underway of this third and final in this 3-game set. San Antonio doing well. We are 48-40 as we are going through the second half of this season underway. So far, Corpus Christi down 40-50 of the year. And so far, San Antonio into playoff position already. No balls, 2 strikes right here, and that one just outside 1 and 2. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be pelted high in the air. Little running after it, and that one is out of here. And Corpus Christi now on the board on a solo home run by the left fielder, Corey Jokes. And it's now 1-0 Hooks. So as you see that this base hit turns into a solo home run. Camera guy got it right there, and it is out of here. And so far, that will be their first hit and run in the contest. Colton Shaver coming in. And here's the pitch. That one too high, and the count now is a ball and no strikes. Go to proud sponsors coming in. Bill Miller's Barbecue, serving San Antonio since 1953. Taco Bell, Whataburger, Henry's Puffy Tacos. And also, we have a new proud sponsor, Regal Cinema. A great place to always watch a movie. And that's going to bring in Shea Whitcomb. Whitcomb coming in. Looking good. Pitch by Waldron. And that knuckleball outside. And the count now 1-0. Top of the second, 1-0 Hooks. As we're just in the midst of this ball game underway. And doing all right. 2 balls, no strikes. Inside for strike 1. So the count now 2-1. Waldron now at 23 pitches for his first 2 innings of the night. Right there, and line drive right to the hot corner third baseman, Olivier Basabe. And that one, he records that for out number 2. Here's Edwin Diaz as he comes in. And right there's that knuckleball is inside for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and that one down low, and the count. So far doing pretty good. Looking for 1 more in this half inning. That one hit high in the air. Little going after it, and he's got it as he reaches out to make the play, and that does it. So it's 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. We are midway through 2. Corpus Christi up by 1. Here's left fielder Grant Little as we get ready to start the bottom half of the second for San Antonio. And here's the pitch. That's going to be line drive high in the air. And that'll get down for a center field base hit. So tying run sits at first base. And so far it is going really well here this evening. That's going to bring in Augustine Ruiz. Ruiz is coming in. He takes code strike, and the count now 0-1. Ruiz averaging 918 over the opposition of 1,300. He's had 9 home runs so far and only 18 RBIs. So far doing well in this pretty much good season. Here's a 1-1. That one hit high in the air, up in center. Center fielder moves under it, makes the play for out number 1.
Batting 7, the third baseman, number 7.
In now, Olivier Basabe, as he comes in. Doing really well here tonight. Here's the pitch by Donato, and that one's inside for strike 1. So far, a beautiful evening to come out to the ball game. Also, we have our other proud sponsor that we forgot to mention is Dr. Pepper. Don't forget, every Thursday you get $2 Dr. Peppers all night long. What a great deal. Well, out number 2 is Donato will get the second out of the inning on strikeouts. And that's going to bring up center fielder Robbie Podorski. Podorski coming in, and he will have his first plate appearance of the second half of the season for the Missions. And it's always good to see new prospects in the Padres farm system coming in. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be lifted. High fly in the air, up in right field as the second baseman ranges over, and he makes the play for the out, and that's the inning over. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. And as we go to the top of the third, it's 1-0 Hooks. Rainier Diaz coming in for Corpus Christi, top of the third inning. As we are about ready to go, and he swings and misses on that knuckle ball, and the count now is 0-1. Doing pretty well here tonight. Here's the pitch again. High fly in the air. Right fielder Joshua Mears running after this one, and he's got it for out number 1.
The batter, number 7, second baseman.
Luis Santana coming in. He's 0 for 1. Ground out in the first inning. So far, we are going to get ready for the Wichita series coming up just in a week from now, as we wrap up the month of July. So far, 6-game road series at Midland. Then coming home and playing 6 with the Wichita Wind Surge. High fly in the air. Up in center is Podorski as he makes the play for out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop.
And that'll bring in shortstop Greg Kessinger. Kessinger is coming in, and he is ready to go. Here's the pitch. Inside, strike 1. So far, doing really well here tonight, as he already through the first 3 innings doing really well, and managers and pitching staff have the eyes on him. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And strike 3 gets him down. And that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We go bottom of the third. The Hooks lead it by 1. Here's the catcher, Tyler Malone. as we get ready for the bottom of 3. And that 12-inch curve is inside for strike 1 underway of this half inning. Here's the pitch, and that one is fouled away. So in the count now, 0-2. So far, Tyler Malone is the catcher. Thomas Malone being up in left field, but evidently he is probably off for the night, or maybe for the next week. Who knows? But keep your eyes on that left field position. Aggie Rosario coming up. We are up to the top of the lineup. 1 away and nobody on here in this half inning. That would change up just inside for a strike, and the count now 0-1. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be line drive right there. Shortstop has it right there to first, and he gets him. And that is out number 2.
Second baseman, CJ Hinojosa.
So that'll bring up CJ Hinojosa. Down in the last out of this half inning. And that's right there to third. Third to first right there, and that's the inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. And we go to the top half of the 4th inning with Corpus Christi leading it by 1. In now is center fielder Tyler Whitaker as we start up the top half of the 4th inning, and we are underway as that one is going to be hit up to right field. Joshua Mears is camped under it, and he's got it for out number 1.
The right fielder, number 21, Matthew.
And that's going to bring in Matthew Barefoot. As he flied out in the first, he's 0 for 1. So far, so good in this ball game, as Missions only trail this game by 1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch right there. High fly in the air. Up and short is Rosario. And he's got it for 2 away. Nicely done on that tailor-made.
The left fielder, Corey.
As he gets out number 2, here's Corey Julks as he home runned back in the 2nd inning on the solo shot. He's 1 for 1. And here's the pitch. That one inside, strike 1. Here's the 0-1. And that one hit high in the air. Third baseman and shortstop have their eyes on it, but it is Rosario who will get it. And that's the inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Bottom of the 4th coming up, and Corpus Christi leads it by 1.
Leading up for San Antonio,
Joshua Mears coming up as the right fielder. As we are midway through the 4th inning. And we're about ready to go. And that's going to be line drive. And that will go foul. So in the count now is 0-1. That one down low. And the count now 1-1. Here's the 1-1. And that one's inside for strike 2. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and that's a swing and a miss. Catcher to first throws him out, and there is 1 away.
the first baseman, number 21.
And that's going to bring in the first baseman, Yorman Rodriguez. Flied out in the first. Is 0 for 1 here this evening. And so far, we got some comments in the YouTube Live app. So, See what we got here tonight. Hello, Adan. Chicken sandwich. Nice. Boy, just making me hungry on that one. Feel like I could go to... Trying to think of that chicken restaurant. It's a pretty good chicken place, but we'll have to figure out where that name is. 9 balls and 28 strikes. Total is 37. And right there, swing and a miss. Down.
Now batting, left fielder, Grant Little.
And that's going to bring in left fielder Grant Little. And that one outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Singled back in the second inning is 1 for 1. One-0. And that one is hit high in the air. Up in center. Center fielder makes the play, inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We played 4, and it's on now to the top of the 5th with the Hooks leading it by 1.
Leading off for Corpus Christi.
Colton Shaver coming in. He's 0 for 1 as he flied out in the second inning. And we're about ready to go for this half inning. And that one's going to be lifted. High fly in the air. And that is out and foul. So in the count now, 0-1. Here's pitch. And again, another foul ball. So the count now 0-2. 0-2. Here's the pitch. And that one, line drive right up to right field. As that's going to be a no-out single. And that will put in the Taco Bell double play in this one. And that's going to bring in Shea Whitcomb. Whitcomb is coming in. Pitch here. High fly in the air. Up at third is Basabe. And he's got it for out number 1. Ground ball will conclude this half inning.
The third baseman, Edwin.
And that's going to bring in the hot corner Corpus Christi third baseman Edwin Diaz. Diaz coming in, and that knuckleball is inside, strike 1. Pitch here. High fly in the air. Malone ranging in past the backstop, and that's out number 2.
Now batting.
That eliminates the Taco Bell double play. And he is not happy about that. Here's Yiner Diaz. He's 0 for 1 to fly out in the third inning. Pitch here. Down low. Knuckleball again. And the count now 1 ball, no strikes. So far, got a lot of Corpus Christi Hook fans in, as San Antonio as well. And it's pretty good. Right there, Rosario. Right there, the second. As Hinojosa gets in there. And he makes a play for the final out.
The designated hitter, Augustin.
And now here's Augustin Ruiz. And that's one's going to be pelted. High fly in the air. And they can't get there as that will bounce the wall. And that's going to be a leadoff double. And double cheeseburger courtesy of Whataburger on that Augustin Ruiz double. One way that you never make a team upset And yeah, that one was blistered on that high fly.
Now batting. Number 7.
Now here is Olivier Basabe. Takes a strike in the count now 0-1 as he striked out in the second inning. Here's the pitch. And that one just misses. And the count now is 1-1. Here's the 1-1. And that one's going to be pelted. High fly in the air. And that's going to be a tiger up. And he is safely right to third on that fly out. And that's going to bring in center fielder Robbie Podorski. Pop out in the second, 0-1. Good here tonight. And we are about ready to go. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be high fly in the air. Right there to second. And that's going to be out number 2. So the Missions have one more chance of getting that tying run. There at third base. A base hit gets it going. And that'll bring in catcher Tyler Malone. He grounded out back in the third inning. He's 0-1. And the pitch. And that's going to be line drive right there. High fly in the air. And that goes right to center. And that's the inning over. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left on. We played 5. On now to the top of the 6th with Corpus Christi leads by 1.
For Corpus Christi, the second baseman.
Second baseman is Luis Santana. We go back to the top of the Hooks batting order. As we start up the top half of the 6th inning for the Hooks. And that one is high fly in the air. And that will go foul. So the count now is even now. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. Here's the pitch. High fly in the air. And that will go foul. Here's a 1-2. And that one is well hit. Right there, the third is Basabe, but he goes out in front of the visitor dugout as he'll catch that for the out. That'll bring in Gray Kessinger. Kessinger coming in. And here's the pitch. That one too high outside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Game moving along 1-0 Corpus Christi as top half of the 6th inning on this Sunday night. So far we are down to the last couple of innings before we get ready with our new homestand. Right there, Rosario. Right to first to Rodriguez. He passes it down, 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tyler Whitaker.
That's going to bring in Tyler Whitaker. 0-2, fly out and a ground out. Pitch here. Inside, strike 1. 8 balls, 48 strikes, total of 56. Got to say, Waldron is doing pretty good for the Missions here tonight. That one right there, knuckleball curved. And strikeout. 57 pitches now thrown by Waldron. As you can see the stat records. And strike 3 right there. Waldron down on strikes. And he is definitely not happy about that. So 1, 2, and 3 hitters due up. Bottom of the 6th inning coming up with a 1-0 Hooks lead. San Antonio top of the lineup, Aggie Rosario. as the shortstop here tonight. So far, C.J. Abrams, knowing that he is probably back up to AAA. And do believe, I think he is up at AAA. Bob, any stat record of where he is? Well, I don't know if he's still in the San Antonio lineup, but we're going to have to check to see if he is. Well, we'll do that during the next homestand and see where he's going. Right there to third, and right to first for out number 1.
The batter, the second baseman, C.J. Hinojosa.
And we got C.J. Hinojosa, the second baseman. 0 for 2 and 2 ground outs. So far, ball game going quickly here tonight. And that one just down outside, 1-0. One ball, no strike. One away, nobody on. Bottom of 6. Corpus Christi up by a run. Holding by a run. Doing very well here tonight just by the run. And so far, San Antonio trying to get up there and get the tying run that is at the plate. So far, grown from the crowd as that one is missed for strike 2. And that one's evened up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2 delivery. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be well high fly in the air. Up in left center is the center fielder as he makes the play for out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, Joshua Mears.
That's going to bring up Joshua Mears. Mears is 0 for 1. He walked in the first inning. Doing pretty well in this one. Here's the pitch. That one right there. Right to third. And right to first. And that is 6 innings in the books on this Sunday evening. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on as we head for the still 1-0 Corpus Christi. The hooks coming up, 4, 5, and 6 hitters doing up. Right fielders Matthew Barefoot stepping in first for the top of the 7th inning for Corpus Christi. That one inside for strike 1. Pitch here. Inside, strike 2. Here's the 0-2 delivery. And that one high fly in the air. Rodriguez up in shallow right from his first base post. Makes the out. And he's got it for out number 1. Corey Julks in the 2nd inning gets the solo home run as we look at it. And so far that 1 run is still holding up to this point. As we are now in the top half of the 7th inning. Let's see if he could do it again. Knuckleball inside, strike 1 as he takes that one in. Here's pitch. And that's going to be line drive. High fly in the air. And Podorski will run it down. Boy, he had to make up some ground as he gets that one for out number 2.
The first baseman, Colton Shaver.
And that's going to bring in Colton Shaver as he's 1 for 2, singled in the 5th inning. Pitch here, and that one's outside, and the count now 1-0. Sun is going down on this beautiful Sunday evening. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend and So far, we all hope that you guys come back on our next homestand as we take on the Wichita Wind Surge. Beginning Tuesday night, August 2nd. Playing our 6-game series with the Wichita team from Kansas. And that one, high fly in the air. Little running after it. Into foul territory, as that will do for this half inning. We'll get up a stretch. We head for the bottom of 7 with 1-0 Hooks.
The first baseman, your man.
First baseman is Yorman Rodriguez, as that one's taken outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Nick Hernandez and Nolan Riggs, 2 right-handers out of the Corpus Christi bullpen, will start warming up for their tosses. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch right there just outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Could have been a strike right there on the outside corner, but anyway, they do not call that last ball right there. 2 balls, 1 strike. As Donato gets that one inside. 2-1. And that one's going to be line drive right there. Base hit up in the right field. And the home crowd now is going pretty good. And that's going to bring in left fielder Grant Little. Little is up to the plate. And that one's taken in middle. In for strike 1. 1 for 2. He singled in the 2nd inning. And so far, San Antonio looking to get in and get the tying run home from first. And that's going to be line drive, but that will go foul at the very last second. No balls, 2 strikes. Grant Little, runner at first, bottom of 7. It is 1-0 Corpus Christi. If you're listening to us on YouTube Live and watching down from the beach of Corpus Christi, Galveston, doing pretty well here tonight. That one is high fly in the air. First baseman running after it, and he makes the play for out number 1.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
So that'll bring up the designated hitter, Augustin Ruiz. He's 1 for 2. He doubled in the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Outside on the borderline pitch. And the count now is 0-1. And that one's going to be blistered. High fly in the air, up and right. And he's going to catch that one by hitting the wall. And that is out number 2.
Number 7.
So here's the hot corner man, Olivier Basabe. He's 0 for 2, strikeout and a line out. And he's doing pretty good in this one right there. That one just outside. Count now, 1 ball and no strikes. Beautiful night. The sun's going down, and so far we are in the early stages of this evening. And that's line drive right there. As that'll now be for a double. And that will put 2 runners in scoring position now. As that ball gets over the third baseman's glove. And San Antonio got the tying run at first. The go-ahead at second. Correction, it's third and second. So you got the go-ahead at third. Well, the tying at third, but the go-ahead at second. Do apologize. Getting a little confused. Here's the 0-1. And that one is hit high in the air. And that one, without a doubt, is over. So it's no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. As we go to the top half of the 8th, Corpus Christi leads it by 1. Shea Whitcomb coming up. We are start of the top half of the 8th inning. Designated hitter is Whitcomb as he popped out in the second inning. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Inside, strike 1, and that one count now 0-1. Waldron doing pretty well here tonight, as he is now at 69 pitches, 1 more to 70. Confidence level is high. San Antonio threatened to get some runs in during the last inning. And so far, Whitcomb is down on strikes. And he ain't happy about that as he walks back to the bullpen. That'll bring up the 8-hole batter, Edwin Diaz. Diaz coming in, and here's the pitch to him. Line drive, high fly, in the air. And that's going to get in for extra bases. And that's going to put a runner in scoring position. And Rodriguez is up there as short. Trying to cover that second base bag. And now here's Yainer Diaz. He's 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. Doing pretty well here tonight. High fly in the air. Podorski getting up there, and he makes the play. So without number 2 already recorded, we go back to the top of the Corpus Christi lineup. Stepping in, Luis Santana. Santana coming in, and that knuckleball is inside for the strike. And the count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And that one, line drive, and that's going to get a fair ball. And the runner coming from second. And that run is in to score. And it is now 2-0 Corpus Christi.
Now batting, the shortstop.
And that's going to bring in Gray Kessinger. 1 for 3. He doubled back in the first inning. So far, get a ground out of the home crowd. Got a runner at first and 2 away. And that's going to be line drive. Hit high fly in the air. And right off the foul pole, it's a 2-run shot. Gray Kessinger gets a home run. And it is now 4-0 Hooks. Boy, and they are up by a grand slammer. As you heard the big doing right there off the foul pole. Boy, I never heard that noise before, but I bet we've heard it last couple of times. Here's center fielder Tyler Whitaker. Strikeout in the 6th. He's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch by Waldron, and that one's going to be high fly in the air. Little in left field will take it, and he's got it for out number 3. But 3 runs come in across the score on a couple of base hits. And it is 3 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and a man left on. We go bottom of the 8th. The Corpus Christi Hooks lead it by 4-0. Tyler Malone coming in as he strides in for the bottom half of the 8th inning for the Missions here tonight. So far this ball game almost in the books. And so far this will be it after tonight's contest. And we will see you guys the first Tuesday of August when we're back home to play the Wichita Wind Surge. That one high fly in the air, and that would go foul. So in the count now is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Catcher tonight in the bottom of the lineup, Tyler Malone. Aggie Rosario and CJ Hinojosa, 9-1 and 2 hitters due up for bottom of the 8th inning. And that one right there is a strikeout. And Malone ain't happy as he goes back to the bullpen. And here's the top of the lineup stepping in, Aggie Rosario. Leading off the bottom half of the 8th inning. Pitch here, and that one is fouled and away. And the count now 0-1. The Missions, they trail a grand slam. 4 runs now behind as Corpus Christi is leading this full game in the charge. Right there is strike 2. And the count now is no balls, 2 strikes. Missions looking for the first run. And so far they threatened but cannot capitalize in this ball game. And that will be 2 away. That'll bring in CJ Hinojosa. 0 for 3, the fly out in the 6th inning. So far, so good in this ball game. Corpus Christi going really well in this ball game. And that one is just down low. And the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch outside. And the count now 2-1. 22 balls, 59 strikes, total 81 for Chad Donato. On the hill for Corpus Christi here this evening. 2 balls and 1 strike. And that one's going to be line drive, and that one lands. And he's not stopping. He nearly thought about 2. And so far, he'll just stick with the 2-out single.
Now batting, right fielder, Joshua Mears.
That's going to bring up Joshua Mears. Mears is coming in. And the Missions down to their final 4 outs here tonight. Mears coming in. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 away, 1 runner at first. And that one is taken in for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch, 1-1. And that one's right there. Pass down to second, and that's the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. Top of the 9th inning coming up. Corpus Christi leads 4-0 over the Missions. In now, Corpus Christi, Matthew Barefoot coming in as he takes a strike. And the count now is 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch, and that one just outside. 1-1. 1-1. And that one's going to be line drive up at right field. And that'll get down for a no-out single. That will put a Taco Bell double play situation in. And now knuckleball is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. 1 for 3, that is Corey Jolks. He hit the solo shot back in the second. And so far looking really well as we get up here. Right there inside, strike 1. Waldron pitched the whole game. And so far, he's doing really, really well. And that one is in for strike 2. 1-2. And that one's going to be right there. And that's going to get down. Line drive. And that's going to put runners at first to third. Still nobody out. That's going to bring in Colton Shaver. Shaver coming in. Looking in. Here's pitch. And that one is right there. Line drive up at right field. And that's a base hit. Tack on another one as the Hooks will get 5 complete runs through on the board. And that's going to bring in Shea Whitcomb. And time now is being called as here comes the missions manager. And that's going to do for the starter here tonight. So far tonight we'll have Tom Cosgrove being in relief. The left fielder from Staten Island, New York. 6'2", 190 pounds. And doing pretty well in this contest. Cosgrove, first time around, meets Shea Whitcomb, and that's going to be line drive. And that gets down for a base hit. And here comes another run in to score. As Corpus Christi will get 2 in this half inning.
The batter, the third baseman, Edwin Diaz.
That's going to bring in Edwin Diaz. Corners loaded, and that's going to be a well-hit ball. And that one right there. Boy, and the Hooks are really piling on the runs. And now it is 8-0 Corpus Christi as they will tack on another pair.
Now batting, catcher, Yainer Diaz.
And that's going to bring in Yainer Diaz. And time again's being called as that's probably going to do. As we're going to have warm-up tosses, Evan Miller and Jay Grom warming up as well. Here in this one. Here's pitch. And that one's going to be line drive and foul. 4 runs here in the top half of the 9th inning for Corpus Christi. And so far 8-0 as new score reads. Fans in the Corpus Christi area. A lot of pretty good fans right there. Having a celebration as they are in command of this final game. Missions winning 2 of the 3 as they won Friday night, Saturday night against the Hooks. And now here is Luis Santana. 1 for 4 in this contest. Corpus Christi looks like they have secured this one. Hinojosa coming, and right there as he makes the play. Runner from third thought about scoring in. Would have been a double play on the pickoff at third. If he would have left early. Gray Kessinger, he's 2 for 4, home run double and 2 RBIs on the record of that one. And so far, so good. Right here in inside strike 1. As that one is taking well inside. No balls, 1 strike. Here is right there to Rodriguez, and that is it. As that will do for this half inning. So 4 runs all around as Corpus Christi gets 2 pairs. And we go to the last of the 9th inning. 8-0 Hooks. Bottom of 9. First baseman Yorman Rodriguez. Middle half of the order up to plate. So far 8 runs. And need 9 for the win. And that one is just outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, got to thank everybody coming out to tonight's ball game. And we will see you guys in a week from now. We head to Midland, and so far we will not broadcast the 6 games from Midland, but we will be back home to play Wichita on Tuesday night, August 2nd. That is the Wichita Wind Surge, all the way from Wichita, Kansas. Here's the 2-1. That one too high. Count now 3 balls, 1 strike. On deck now, Grant Little in left field. And so far, we're doing really well. Here's the pitch. And that one is in for a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that one is going to be lifted high fly in the air. Center fielder running after it. And he makes the grab. And that is the first out of the inning. Going to the doors, as that will probably much do it. Grant Little, 5 and 6 hitters are the only 2 left in this contest. So far, Mission fans are starting to leave out of the ball game, headed to their cars, going home for the night. Don't forget, we got tickets on sale for the 6-game set against the Wichita Wind Surge coming up. And so far, cannot wait to see you guys when we play the Minnesota Twins AA Texas League affiliate, which is Wichita. And right down to first, and that is 2 quick outs. San Antonio down to their last out here in tonight's contest. And that's going to bring in Augustin Ruiz. Ruiz is coming in, and so far so good in this ball game. Corpus Christi fans celebrating as the final game in this 3-game set here in San Antonio is the winning moment as the Hooks clinch the third of this 3 games, and to avoid a 3-game series sweep. And that's going to be lifted high fly in the air, and that will go to the right fielder, and that is the ball game. The 8-0 shutout. As that will do, Corpus Christi secures the 3rd of this 3-game series. And that will do it. Missions will lose in this one. So 8 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Hooks. San Antonio only 5 hits. Correction, San Antonio 5 hits in this ball game. Well, we are live Tuesday night, August 2nd, as we bring you the first of the 6-game set with Wichita. And so far, we cannot wait to see you guys. We are back for the new homestand and cannot wait to see y'all. Well, have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you soon.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious Hooks, 8 runs on 11 hits. No errors. They left 3 men on base. For the Missions, no runs, 5 hits. No errors. They left